Embellishment is my favorite part of cosplay, so let me teach you how to make these leaves right now. First, you're going to make a template. This is a dogwood leaf. I did this by freehand and then I traced it onto my fabric using a marking pencil. Don't really worry about this showing up, it will go away later. When you move this over to your machine, set your stitch to a zigzag stitch and make sure it is somewhat narrow and short. And then you're just going to trace over the lines that you just drew. You will want to wiggle it around a little bit. Don't worry about these being super even. More than anything, you're just trying to contain raw edges for when you cut them out later. Now we're going to switch our sewing machine's foot over to a free motion foot. This is meant for quilting. This type of foot doesn't apply any pressure to the fabric and it allows you to manipulate the fabric below the needle. I then went around to the back of my machine and turned my feed dogs off. That drops these little teeth up here that feed your fabric through the machine. Now what I will do is I will put my fabric below the needle and I will move it around without any resistance from those feed dogs below. This is a technique I know is used in some quilting. It is a scribble that you do across the top of your fabric to create a design. Here I'm using it to make the veins of my leaves. I also used an embroidery thread, which made it a little shinier and a little prettier. I think it just adds something to it. Here's the back. You want to make sure you cut really, really close to the threads without actually cutting them. And then you are going to take some fire and you're going to singe it to seal up those edges on a synthetic material only. The tension of the thread will naturally create this sort of crinkly leaf effect, and then you are done.